Are we ready? Are we rolling?
Yeah, I thought this is your thing.
Yeah. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Quiet on the set, please. Thank you. Hello and welcome. My name is Christopher Jake George, and I'm here with Dan Valaire, a member of our moto team here at Pit Viper. And I'd like to thank you for joining us of this segment of Between Two Trikes. What are we talking about?
I thought we were talking about trikes.
What is it about the trike? I'm going to start again. Hello and welcome. I'm here with Dan from our moto team. Dan, what are we doing in your garage today?
You literally just showed up.
That's absolutely correct. We're here to talk about trikes with Dan. The trike, the three-wheeled machine, outlawed by the American government in the 80s, said to be the unofficial vehicle of Pit Viper. Dan, why is that?
Well, first off, it's the unofficial official vehicle of Pit Viper.
The unofficial official vehicle of Pit Viper.
You're interviewing me, you should get this right. But
well,
it's
my interview, and
the reason why I kind of
yes.
think that, like before you interrupt me again, is it's kind of like a mullet. It's business in the front because you got one tire. You get to the back with two, it's just a party.
The business in the front, party in the back approach.
Yeah.
What other things in life has that same approach, Dan?
Not you.
It really was uncalled for, but okay. What do you mean we're not talking about the trike today?
We're talking about trikes.
But we're talking about the trike today. No, we have to talk about the trike.
No.
Dan is going to give us a brief history on the three-wheeled machine known as a trike. Dan, I understand in the world of Pit Viper that the trike is it's a monumental machine. What is it about the trike that is so interesting?
There's a lot of things about the trike that make it super interesting.
Tell me one.
They were outlawed by the U.S. government in 1987.
Sounds dangerous. Why?
Because they were killing people. They're very dangerous.
Can we say killing people on the air? So they were just brutally being mauled apart by these trikes? Is that what you're saying to me? Killer trikes on the loose for years. And finally the government put an end to it. Well, we're grateful for that.
No, we're not.
Why not?
Because it's not the trike.
Oh.
It's the rider. I can ride a trike all day. I haven't really gotten hurt by one. Different situation.
I don't ride many vehicles. I drive them.
Yeah.
To ride them, though,
Yeah.
I find that anything with less than four wheels, I'm prone to being injured. Hence breaking my hip and the same collarbone twice because of two-wheeled machines. Dangerous.
It wasn't a machine. It was a road bike.
A machine, nevertheless, a very complex and brutal machine. Should be maybe the next thing to be outlawed by the government.
I would agree with that, actually. We should get rid of road bikes.
It's nice that we finally have agreed on something.
Yeah. I have a lot of other stuff to do. Do you want to keep this interview going, or?
I kind of would rather waste your time, but you know what? I'm not going to do that to the folks back home. So Dan, when was it that you began collecting trikes? Because I can see you have somewhat of a graveyard of machines here, a few active, most of them dead.
They are all great running machines. Let's make that clear.
I can't really see one that's functional, but Dan, when did you start collecting these machines?
It started as a young child. Really? Okay. ATC, all-terrain cycle.
Oh, not ATV.
No.
Yeah, not ATV.
It's a cycle.
C.
Yeah.
Got it.
There's also UTVs.
The hell is
OHVs.
OHV?
Yeah.
HOA.
No, death before HOA.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
We don't do HOAs here.
DVD, Blu-ray DVD. Yeah.
The best part about trikes is you can get them for about $200 to $300 before inflation happened in the recent years, and now they're very expensive. So I'm sitting on a gold mine right now. But
is this a long-term investment for you?
no, there's a difference because I'm a collector. Once you get a trike, you do not sell a trike. You keep it forever.
How many more trikes do you intend on buying?
I got a pretty big garage.
I'm just going to float something by you here. Usually, when someone buys a series of items and holds on to them really tight, we call that a hoarder.
No, there's a difference between hoarding and collecting.
What is the difference?
One is a collection and one is a hoard.
A thin line.
No.
A thin line. No. Very, very thin. Very easy to cross, I would say. Would you say you are the in-house expert on trikes?
At Pit Viper?
Yeah.
Yeah, by far.
Oh. What do you think has gotten you to that? You know, they say it takes 30,000 hours, right?
Yeah.
To master a craft.
Yeah.
Have you hit that mark?
Yes.
You have hit that mark?
Yeah.
You have spent 30,000 hours.
At least.
We have a little more to go.
Yeah.
We'll let you go eventually, but not yet.
Okay.
Dan, I noticed that your hands are dirty. What have you been working on?
I noticed that your fingernails are painted. What have you been working on?
Well, I've been painting my nails.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I like to paint my nails every now and again. It's fun for me, you know. Get a nice sparkle, a nice sheen. The light hits them really nice.
Sheen. Do you clear coat them?
I don't clear coat them.
Oh, you should. It makes it shine more.
Well, it would be nice because then they wouldn't chip and I wouldn't pick at them. You know.
Okay.
What have you been working on?
A trike.
Which one?
It's a special trike.
Okay. Wonderful.
One of my very close employee friends, I would say. Friends is a loose term.
Who?
You. Asked me last minute to completely build a trike for this telethon. Maybe a day's notice. Was like, hey, you have a day to do this. You should probably get going. And then he showed up at my house and stopped me from doing the thing he asked me to do.
Yeah, I'd say that's about right.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much intentionally wasted your time.
Yeah.
I find that usually...
Again, we'll get back to the difference between a collection and a hoard, as he rudely put it. They stopped making these in 1987. All of my trikes are older than him, which is awesome because they still run. I go ride them in the desert. I have fun on them. I build them. My girlfriend has one. So the coolest part about trikes is doing wheelies. And we could insert a clip somewhere, maybe over his face right now, of me doing a wheelie real quick, because trikes do great wheelies.
Describe how you do a wheelie on a trike.
It's like doing a wheelie on everything else.
No, but like give me an in-depth explanation.
Okay, well, it depends, because there's different trikes. This one behind you, this is a 4-stroke, full suspension, ATC 200X. This is my babe, please don't. And it's a very expensive part. But it's really, it rides just like a dirt bike. So it has a clutch. Probably doesn't know what a clutch is. You get that? But it's with your hand.
Wait, but the sound of it. What's the sound make?
The clutch doesn't make a sound.
No. But when you hit the clutch, but when you rip on the gas on that thing, what's that sound make?
I know. What? That's
got the beep. Yeah. That deep.
That has nothing to do with the clutch.
That's a very important part of the machine.
When it idles, that's how it sounds. Yes, because it's a 4-stroke.
So he's on this thing and
yeah.
So go back to describing the wheelie.
So you rev it up. It's a little higher pitched when you rev it.
How have so many people hurt themselves on trike surfaces?
So you can't really see this, but see these big tires?
Yeah.
When you're riding one of these, your foot gets sucked underneath the tire and it runs over you and snaps your leg. So that's one way. The other way, if you look at a trike, it's not really balanced very well, so they tip over very, very easily if you don't know what you're doing.
I noticed that they only weigh about 50 pounds.
That's pretty inaccurate, but okay.
How much do they weigh?
A decent amount.
How much?
It depends on the trike. There's different models.
Well, this one right here.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably wet. Are we talking wet or dry?
I would call myself pretty strong. I felt it was only about 50 pounds. Lifted that thing up, no problem.
You lifted up the back. Do you want to lift up a motor
Sure.
right now?
Nah, maybe
I'll
later.
go get it and put it on your lap.
We'll pull a motor in after the commercial break. Let's pull one in. We're gonna take a commercial break really quick, and Dan's gonna bring a motor in.
Uncross your legs.
We'll put it down.
No,
first.
uncross your legs. Here, no, just sit down. We're gonna put it on your lap.
I don't want to put it on
No,
my
no,
lap.
no, no,
I don't
no.
want to put it on my lap. I don't want
Because
to put the thing on my lap.
I cleaned it. It's very clean.
I know. I don't. I don't trust.
There's no oil in it.
I just want to grab it. Yeah. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. How do I put it down? I didn't touch it. Welcome back. Here with Dan from the Moto team at Pit Viper. Dan, a cultural question for you, if I may. What differentiates a cyclist from a dirt bikeist, from a trikeist, from an ATVist of sorts?
Well, there's no motor in a cyclist machine. So
Okay.
it's human powered there. They like pedaling.
Yeah, well, there's a machine and there's a mechanism.
Okay,
So the implication would be there is a machine.
No.
Yeah, a
And
mechanism
then,
works.
so we're talking a dirt bike?
Sure, a dirt
So
bike.
a dirt bike, it takes a good amount of skill.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So the skill is involved with a dirt bike. An ATV, not much skill.
Yeah.
A trike, whole lot of skill. We have a saying. These old Hondas, they won't start unless you got a good 2 or 3 beers in you.
I don't. Are we allowed to say that you can drink beer and drive a trike around?
Private property.
I don't. Okay. Okay. All right. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very cool.
You ever played Mario Kart?
You know, I'm actually great at Mario.
Okay, so I forget what button it is, but you jump before the turn,
Yeah.
so you do a sweep.
Yeah, drift out.
That's what
Yeah.
riding one of these feels like.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah.
in the dunes and you just hit da.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're just pulling back on that throttle. Just going wild on it.
Well, it's a thumb throttle. On
It's a
these.
thumb throttle.
So it doesn't twist like a dirt bike. It has
a thumb throttle.
yeah. You press it.
Very cool. Very cool. I would like to give a shout out to our folks over at Trike Vision for the exclusive trike look. Yes.
What?
The Trike Vision.
What are you
The
talking?
Trike Vision.
There's nothing
Yeah,
over
Trike
there.
Vision. Trike Vision has been sponsoring segments of ours for years.
You're pointing
It's right
at
back
nothing.
there. Just a whole thing tomato cocktail, huh?
That's clamato. There's clam juice in there.
There's clam juice in here?
Yeah, that's the difference. You put it in your beer. I learned that from three-wheel legend Cole Denny, Cole from SD.
Ah,
Yes.
Cole from SD. One of our key players. Yes, Cole.
Yeah.
Dan, tell me, what's the furthest you've ever gone on a trike?
Like height-wise, distance-wise,
I don't
mileage-wise?
really care. Just answer the
Kilometers?
question in whatever way you think is good.
So the coolest part about these is they never run out of gas.
How the fuck does that even make sense?
It's a trike. It just never runs out of gas. So they go forever, as far as you want to go.
69 miles.
Easily.
420 miles.
Yeah.
69,000 miles.
Yeah.
420,000 miles.
Yeah.
One tank of gas.
Yeah.
An incredible machine,
Yeah.
truly. So Dan, I noticed that you got this Powerade back here. You ever take a sip of this bad boy?
No.
Why not?
You can.
I don't really know if I want to, but what's in here?
It's gas.
What kind of gas?
It's race gas.
Race gas comes out this kind of like greenish color?
Blue.
Blue. That's kind of green to me.
This is race gas.
How I get a...
Don't break it.
I just want to test it.
What are you doing?
I just want to test it out. I just want to test it out really quick. Yeah, that's gas. It's good stuff. That's high grade.
That's what I said.
Nice.
It's 112.
112.
Yeah, 112 octane.
Wow. That's the good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Got it. But you don't drink it. You don't find yourself drinking that ever.
No.
You only drink the weak stuff?
No.
I like to go for the higher stuff. When I'm drinking gasoline, I like to go for the highest I can get.
It's pretty expensive.
Yeah, it is. Gas these days, too high.
I think 5 gallons is about $110.
Of this stuff?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's probably last you a good long time.
No.
No, if you're sipping on it every now and again, you sip on it nice and slow.
You don't drink that.
Sure you do.
Are you okay?
No. Well,
The fuck are you laughing at?
I was just laughing at the moment. Hold on.
What? It wasn't funny.
It was pretty good for me.
It wasn't. Though.
It was a good one for me. Hold on.
Kind of a waste of time.
And when we come back from commercial, Dan's going to talk more to us about trikes, motorcycles, things with 2 wheels, and anything that takes high octane gas.
What happened to your piece of cardboard?
Oh, it's right there. Kind of lost it. Didn't really feel like carrying. My nice little square of cardboard. That was a good square of cardboard you gave me. That was pretty good. What'd you cut it out for?
Because you asked for a small piece of.
Oh, you cut that on the spot?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good freehand you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Nice. What's with that, man? Come on, we had a good thing going once. We used to hang out.
We've never hung out before.
Yeah, I guess we never really have hung out. I've thought about us hanging out. Just like 2 guys hanging out in a garage, kind of similar to what we're doing here. We're just hanging out and kicking back. And
I didn't even invite you.
poor little engine, get hooked.
It's kind of looks better than you're gonna look at 40 years old. I'll tell you that much.
I'm closer to 40 than I'd like to admit. You ever just think about that? How you're just aging rapidly?
No.
You don't just think about how like you're just aging fast and quickly. It's like you're speeding.
I thought this was about trikes.
We'll get back to the trikes. We'll get back to the trikes. We'll get back to the trikes.
Can you move a little bit?
Dan,
Push over.
I understand. Absolutely not. I understand.
What
The
just,
dirt
what
bikes
just happened to your voice?
are played out. They're no more. Their reign of terror, if you will, is coming to a collapse, and the trike is making a resurgence. Is this true?
No.
Come on, man. Look, you gotta go with the bit, all right? You gotta go with it a little bit.
No.
You can't just leave me hanging.
I'm not gonna
We're
lie.
supposed to be friends.
I'm not gonna lie to people for you.
You gotta go with the bit a little bit, all right? You gotta go with
Can you back up
Absolutely not.
a little bit?
Absolutely.
Go.
You gotta go with it, all right?
Expensive screwdriver.
That's good. All right. Do whatever I want. Okay?
The best way. Hey, you're not answering.
Time out.
Whatever.
Dan, what would you say to an aspiring trike enthusiast? Someone eager to get their hands right on the grip tape of these things. What would you say to them?
Grip tape?
Yeah, handlebar, grip tape, whatever the hell you call it.
Well, you should buy a trike. The best way to get in is to own one.
Where does one even buy a trike?
I have my best luck on Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook Marketplace.
I love Facebook.
It's a treasure trove for trikes.
Yeah, and other things.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. So they get in. What should they look for? What are things that they could keep an eye out for? What's a good price?
You want to make sure it has 3 wheels.
That's a
to
good start.
To start.
3 wheels full of air, I would assume.
Many times they do not have air in them.
Oh, okay.
I only buy Hondas.
Why do you? Well, okay, let's back up. What else could you buy? What other brand makes trikes? What other?
So Kawasaki made trikes.
Kawasaki made trikes.
Yamaha made trikes.
Yamaha made trikes.
And the Elusive, the holy grail of trikes, the Tiger.
Ooh. Do you have a tiger here?
No.
Are you looking for a tiger?
Always.
You're always looking for a tiger.
I've never seen one in person.
Looking for one to just jump out of a bush.
Never even seen one in person.
In front of you.
Yeah.
You can
The
just...
elusive.
The elusive tiger. Wow.
Tiger 500.
What is it about them that makes them so elusive?
They're only made for a couple of years, and they were only made for the racers. So a lot of them didn't last.
There used to be trike races.
There still is.
There still is?
Yes.
Are these official or are these underground? Like more of like a, like a televised event, or is this more of a
No, it's not.
Vin
televised.
Diesel, We Are Family, Fast and Furious type thing where it's in the middle of the night and they got the underglow and they got the whole people around and there's music blasting and then they're jumping over the bridge and they got the streets marked off because they got their set course, and yet you wonder how could they keep that course in their mind when they're going that fast, but yet they all know where they're going. Is it something like that? Or is it more of like a NASCAR event?
It's like a motocross event, but with trikes.
Oh, so it's in a stadium.
No, it's just on a track.
In a stadium, under the big lights,
No.
with the dirt, and the dirt jumps are all there.
There's dirt and
and
dirt
then
jumps, but
it's
there's-
like, and it's sponsored by like an energy drink company or something like that.
No, there's no
Big
sponsors.
title sponsors.
No
You got a
sponsors.
hot dog, you get a corn dog, you get some popcorn, you go wild.
There is corn dogs.
See, I know a thing or two about
But there's
this
no
stuff.
sponsors. There's no lights.
Interesting. Why aren't there any lights?
It's most of the time during the day.
Oh, well, these do have lights on them.
Yes. Yes.
What are the other features that usually come on a trike? Lights, gas tank, tires.
Yeah. Engine.
They come into the engine.
They have sprockets.
I don't even know what a sprocket is.
Yeah. I'm not gonna explain that to you.
No, come on, man.
And then yeah.
Come on, we're friends.
There's
Explain
full
what- come on.
CDIs. There's electrical
CDI?
harnesses.
What is it even in
There's
an
a
electrical?
coil. There's
For what?
brakes.
Brakes. I got brakes.
Yeah.
Brakes. Yeah. Brakes make sense.
Brakes.
Yeah. Okay.
So an interesting part, talking about brakes.
Yeah.
I do not run front brakes on any of my trikes.
Why not?
I take them off.
Why?
Because as I was talking about before, you rudely interrupted me before. There is, they're very tippy, these trikes. They tip over. And we call it the old mouse trap. Because you're going real fast and you grab a whole fistful of front brake. It's like getting caught in a mouse trap. That's how you get hurt.
Nice.
So if you don't have a front brake, you can't do that.
Interesting.
So I just rip them off.
You get the speed wobbles on these things?
Oh yeah.
How?
You go fast and it
Go
starts
too
to
fast.
wobble.
Way too fast.
Yeah.
What's the most customizing you've seen of a trike in order to make it a little more street friendly?
So, like I was saying, they stopped making these in '87.
Yeah.
No more trikes.
Question for you. How many total do you think have been made?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Okay.
Enough that you could still buy them today.
Yeah.
Enough that you have 7 in your garage currently, right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All running.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
I don't lie.
All of them run?
Yeah.
All of them run.
Strong.
You can
machines.
turn this one on right. This one go. This one right here. Turn this one on
Do you
right
want me to
here.
turn it on? Yeah.
You want to turn them on?
Yeah.
Fire it up.
That one? Can you?
I will continue to do this. Thank you.
What are you doing?
Just checking the tire pressure. Most customizable.
Okay,
trike.
so the cool thing that is happening now is
Yeah.
the resurgence of trikes.
in American culture
It may be
or worldwide.
It's worldwide.
That's incredible.
A lot of Canadians really like trikes.
Canadians like trikes.
Yeah.
The Old North.
Yeah.
What are they getting in the trike industry for?
Because they're great in snow too.
Ah, that makes sense.
But most customized is there's a new company out there. There's a couple actually, where they take a dirt bike and they turn it into a trike. So there's people with 2023 Honda 450s that are trikes. The price tag on that is about 22 grand. Very expensive.
That sounds like a very expensive
Trike.
machine.
It's sweet though.
Is it?
Yeah.
I understand you're customizing a trike right now. Speaking of customizable trikes,
Yes, yes I am.
can you tell me a little bit about it?
No. I kind of, it's a surprise.
It's a surprise. Well, what can you tell me about it? Go on.
So it's a 1982 185S.
That's older than both of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
The S stands for sport because it was the race model in
Very
the day.
fast.
Very fast.
Very fast. Too fast. Too fast? Or just fast enough?
You can never go too fast.
Perfectly average fast.
Yes, just like you. I wasn't given a lot of time to do this.
No, I didn't give you much time
Yeah.
at all. Yeah.
And most of the time when I build my trikes, I don't care about how they look as long as they run. So I don't really take the time to like get 40 years of grease and dirt off the frame.
Have you ever had to get 40 years of grease and dirt off the frame?
What was that? Can you stop that?
Trike. That was coming from Trike Cam right here. Trike Cam, the only camera you need.
You keep pointing it.
Right here.
There's nothing
This whole
there.
segment has been sponsored by Trike Cam, man. What don't you get? God, lighten up.
But I'm
trying to make a little cash
It
on
was
the side.
it was like
right?
a full 2 days of cleaning grease. 40 years of grease.
40 years of grease.
Because you
on
told me
inlets.
to paint it.
Well, you needed to paint it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
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 It'd be so impractical. The trike community is probably going to be mad at me.
But let me tell you, but hold on, because I know a piece of information that the folks back home don't quite know yet that they're going to find out right now. You're not making this trike for me, are you?
I'm not?
No.
Oh.
We're giving it away.
We're giving it away. Can I win it?
No, absolutely
I want
not.
it.
No, fuck you. But we're giving it to one of you out there.
What?
One of you could go home with a trike. Yeah, Dan, this isn't about
them?
it's about the viewers back home.
But
It's about you.
I took 4 of my trikes to make one cool one.
That's fine. It's for the people back home.
Are you
It's for the greater good. This is a for-profit telethon.
Will you give me another trike then? Afterwards?
No.
Please?
No. We don't have room in the budget for that.
What? There's a budget?
Yeah, somewhat.
Why haven't I got any of the budget?
It's loose. Look, it's a loose budget. There's not a lot behind it, but there's enough behind it to buy a trike and to ask you very kindly in your own time on your days off to, spruce it up a little
Will
bit.
you at least take me out to lunch after this then? Is that in the budget?
Yeah, but we got to go as friends. Handshake doesn't count if it's not a handshake. Doesn't count if it's not a handshake. Give me the hand. I'll take the dirty hand. Look at that. Good doing business with you.
What?
Good doing business with them. This, Dan, from the Moto team. Dan Valaire, from the Moto team, right here. When we come back, Dan will have a little more about trikes for us, folks. And we're back with Dan from the Moto team. Dan, what makes you a trike expert? I don't understand it. When did you
Talked about this 4 times
Well,
already.
we're going to talk about it again?
I don't even consider myself a trike expert.
Well, then what the hell are you doing with 7 trikes
I
in
am
your garage?
an enthusiast.
No. Look, you can tell yourself, I can call myself an enthusiast of food, but that doesn't mean that I am an expert on it. You are actively currently building a trike.
The funnest part about riding trikes is fixing them.
You ever think about,
Why do you have glasses on underneath your glasses?
because I can't see.
What?
Because I can't see.
Waste of space.
Absolutely not. You can never have enough pairs
I'm
of pit
talking about
vipers.
you, but let's keep going.
You ever think about taking a trike, selling it to somebody?
Never.
We'll call that,
I don't sell
excuse me,
trikes.
thank you. We'll call that person some sort of poor sap.
Why would they be a poor
you
sap?
Sell it to them at a very high price on a place like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, KSL, what have you. And you intentionally leave a piece in there that you know is going to break, probably pretty soon, so that they come back to you. And then you say, you know what, I'll fix it, but for a hefty rate.
No.
And then you never fully fix it. So then they keep coming back to you, so you can keep charging them and charging them and charging them and charging them. And then you really run their bank account dry, right? So then what you do is you keep charging them more and more and more. And, they just keep coming back from you. And you're just eventually gets to the point where their entire paycheck is just going to you. And it's just going right into your bank account. You ever think of a grift like that?
You know how I've been working on your truck the past couple of months? And you gotta keep bringing it back?
Yeah?
Yeah. I would never do that to a trike person.
No more. You've been doing that to my truck this whole time? It's pretty cold in this garage. You couldn't get heat in your garage? couldn't put a heater. You seem like a handy guy. You got 47 different motorized machines around here, and you couldn't figure out a way to get a heating unit in here? Dan, here with the Moto team. Thank you, Dan. Thank you so much for your time. Dan's going to take us through a little tutorial here in a little bit on how to actually customize a trike.
Tutorial?
Yeah, tutorial. I don't know what you got in here.
We talked about that already.
No,
You tried to drink it.
No, I tried to drink this, but what's in here? I'm going to make you sit here, I think, and just hang out. What do you think about that? Forgot your Clamato juice. Clamato clam juice and tomato juice. Yeah. Pretty heavy, huh? Really heavy machine, isn't it? Yeah. Oh. Is this how long it takes you to start that thing up? Oh! You almost got it. Almost got it. Not quite though.